Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Black, live in the building once again. Back with another Synful Blaq reacts. I got my main mans, Big MF, send us in the building. How you doing today, sir?
Man, I'm doing lovely. We are coming up on the end of our DMX stuff, and right now, for the rest of this week, except for Saturday, we're going to get into some DMX collaborations.
Yes. The next 3 videos are going to be 3 of our favorite collaboration songs that weren't on any DMX exclusive albums, but some of the hottest verses that he did. I picked out one, Big Sim picked out one, and then we agreed on one together.
And this is the one we agreed on right here.
Yes. This has to be done. Because understand, this was 1997, okay? We had barely got a little taste of DMX, you know what I'm saying, in 1997. All of a sudden, Def Jam says, you know what? LL's dropping an album. He's dropping the Phenomenon album.
Something like a phenomenon. Something like a phenomenon.
Which was a really good album, in fact, in and of itself. So I'm not going to sit here and lie. It was a really good album.
LL Cool J has put out bangers over the years.
Yeah, LL Cool J was considered the GOAT back then for a lot of reasons. I mean, this nigga was the hardest nigga making love songs and going platinum, and you know what I'm saying?
Fucking Mama Said Knock You Out. Then you got the track with Boys II Men, which I made you have a special day with that one.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, and fucking indeed. So this collaboration was different. So we had 2 veterans. Well, all right. So hold on, wait. So the original,
you had 3 veterans.
Okay, so the original version. You had the GOAT, which was at this time was LL Cool J. He had the last verse. But you had Redman and Method Man, who were working on their own collaboration shit, who had just came out with How High a year ago, or 2 years ago.
And then Blackout was coming out soon.
Blackout was coming out, I think a year after Blackout was going to come out. You had Canibus, who was one of the hottest niggas, one of the hottest freestylers at the time.
Yeah, he was the hottest backpack rapper. That's what he was.
Yeah, he had came on the scene, was like, everybody was talking about Canibus. He was winning freestyle battles and shit, so he got thrown on there.
But the problem is, Canibus picked a fight with some wrong people. One of them is on this song, and the other one is Eminem.
Well, if you ask me, from a lyrical standpoint, Canibus won the battle. In an actual standpoint, LL Cool J won the whole ass war.
But Canibus lost the Eminem one.
Yeah, you just his arms were too short to box with God. Anyways, but
Eminem called this man Canada bitch.
And then the worst part about this whole situation is that the original version didn't have another person that's on the song. The Master P was only for the video.
On the thing about about Master P right here, make him say, No Limit was on top of the world when this came out.
Yeah, 97 Master P was about as great as you can get for Master P. My God. All right, you ready, Sim?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I heard the beat when you just put it up. It just made me happy when I first heard the beat.
Dude, this is one of the illest freestyle beats of all time, which is insane when you think about it.
And Redman making his second appearance on the channel this week.
There you go. I'm ready. Let's get right to it. I can't wait. Let's fucking go. LL Cool J, Method Man, Redman, Canibus, DMX, Master P. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. The crazy part, it sounds like a Redman beat.
Yeah.
Hey yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4-5-6-7. Blaze the options act to sound like Kevin. 765-4321. Cow, come and get some. Play my position. Hot Nixon, this one. For all the sick ones, infliction. Poisonous, dark, sickness. Best believe finger itching with 2 broke legs. Now I'm tripping
Makes
on
you wonder if it's Wu-Tang Clan all in the map.
Start triple bust, bust. Hip the wicked ways, gotta love me. G.O.D. no one above me. Look good, but ugly. Got your from my buggy, son, and you. Got you in your last huggy running who? Punk, get a speed bump coming through. A single make you love respect.
Yo, hey yo, I put it on.
Shit on a nigga.
Turn the into a certified sinner. The bomb I released, time pin up. When you got sent up, I was hitting your ex. Low petrol, your metro. Politan, keep the chicken heads gobbling. I'm driving in, come with fog halogen. Terrorize your city from the committee. Kick to both Timberlands, turn grinning. Smack the driver hand in the gypsy. When I approach, rappers be taking notes. I drop like I should've invented the raincoat. Absolute, I love the burn to the roots. I keep till you pour from your boots. Vigilante, hardcore to the business. You, my attitude is anemic.
I'm the illest alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached.
Take a time out.
Canibus is the type to fight for my.
Take a time out. We've had 2 motherfuckers murdered already. I know you was vibing hard. That's why that pause button never came out.
I know, but shit. Well, I had to get to the Canibus part because that's. Remember, we talked about Big Sin didn't believe me when I told him that the beef started with Canibus and LL Cool J with this. He said he gonna snatch the crown off your head. He gonna snatch the crown with your head still attached to it. Okay, so everybody that knows, LL Cool J infamously has a crown with a microphone on his arm. Okay, so when he dropped this song, when he dropped this verse, apparently LL Cool J took a little bit of offense to it. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a tad. You know, I didn't think that he was trying to say that. Like, I didn't think about it in that way. Like, I felt like this was the new nigga on the block. He's coming for somebody's head. I didn't necessarily think it was LL Cool J's head. I thought that if this was 97 when he dropped his verse, I was really assuming that this was probably talking more about the lines of, we're talking 97, so I want to say we're talking about the lines of Jay-Z, Nas, possibly depending on when in 97, if it was before March 9th, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like that's what we was really kind of just like talking about. I would have never guessed that those 2 bars were about LL Cool J. But we're going to go back into it again. But first, before we do that, Redman, Method Man, that's why they're one of the illest duos of all time.
They are, I consider them the unholy duo.
They unintentionally just murder tracks. Unintentionally. I don't think they come on a track, absolutely murder it. I think they really come to drop a few bars. You know what I'm saying?
Have some fun, smoke some lunch, just do their thing.
You see in the beginning of the video, they're all in the middle cipher, LL, Method Man, Redman, and DMX. Inconspicuously, Canibus is missing from the central cipher, but we're not going to go there. We're not going to discuss that. That's a totally different story altogether, okay?
So I wanted to let people know who may have never heard of Canibus. His flow is really intricate. Mm-hmm. It's very above bar.
Very above bar.
He just had an issue on his albums. He just had an issue staying consistent.
Let me tell you what his problem was. He trusted Wyclef Jean to give him a career. That's what his problem was.
No, nothing against Wyclef, but during this time,
are you sure nothing? Are you sure? I meant every single word I said about Wyclef Jean. You said nothing against. No, I meant every single word. Wyclef Jean is the worst hip hop businessman, or maybe he's the best, because apparently, if you listen to how LL Cool J stated, they set this nigga Canibus up for his whole fucking shit. They set his ass up.
Well, before you interrupted me, I was saying Wyclef Jean also screwed over Lauryn Hill. So
And Pros probably got the reason that nigga got busted with all them packs in prison. And also the nigga John, whatever his name was, the John Forte, fuck that nigga over too. Listen,
Wyclef was not a nice man.
Understand why? Well, you look up Wyclef and look up Jimmy Henchman, and that's all you need to know. That's it. And we don't even have to talk about the rest. You look up those two.
Wyclef's best solo moment was in the song with Carlos Santana, where he wasn't even in the fucking song. He just did the beat.
Well,
Maria, Maria.
Well, considering that this nigga came out with 1,700 remixes till gone till November, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it wasn't even his song to begin with. So that's just.
We're gone to November. We're gone to November. You know what's funny about that? I listened to, what was that thing? Craig David more than I listened to him.
Yeah.
Because Craig David was dope.
Wyclef Jean was a fucking dick. Anyways, all right. Back to, I'm going to rewind the shit so you can get the full immersiveness.
Right where Redman was done.
We'll get the first immersiveness of this verse, okay?
I'm the illest alive. Watch me prove it. I snatch your crown with your head still attached to it. Cannabis is the type to fight for mics. Beating death and beating dead for life. When you look at me long enough, I start to read your thoughts if the signal was strong enough. And then I call your bluff like, yo, how many rhymes you got? I could go on for more millennia. The Mazda's got on a car lot. And there's nowhere to run to. When I confront you, I call your bluff like you had a phone number. Who wanna see cannabis get wild? Who wanna act fly, get shot down with a surface to air missile? I take them on and on, shape, size, and forms to spit on. Anybody who ain't close enough to 0 to 60, I'm already doing 100 when I'm and I give it to any.
Stay out the dark. Cause if I catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown. Come up off it.
I'm gonna run it down.
Run it down. However it's gonna go, it's gonna be that. See that? That shit'll finish you, dog. Believe that. Where we at? Do you value your life as much as your possessions? Don't be a stupid. Learn a lesson. I'm gonna get you either way, and it's better to live. Let me get what's in your sock, cause it's better to give, to receive. Believe what I say when I tell you. Don't make me put you somewhere where nobody can smell you. When the light is out, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick, you ain't gonna come back on. You ain't that strong. Knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. Use a big ski mask for it, baby. So I can hit you up on front street. You get dumb sweet, you want heat, one deep, leave behind, one sleep.
Hold on.
It's time to get.
Hold on. I know we got to the Master P verse. So I gotta pause that shit.
All right, so Canibus was the first rapper that people were always like, oh, he must walk around with a computer before Eminem.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because he does rhyme stuff that shouldn't go together, or he says words that you think there's better words to use, but he makes it sound good.
The metaphors, he got more millennials than Mazda got on a car lot. From 1997 when you heard that shit, especially the fact that Mazda Millennial was like the hottest car in the world. You know what I'm saying? In 97? You know that shit was hot. I'm sorry. That was a nice little bar. He got more, he rhymed for more millennials than Mazda got on a car lot. I was like, oh, okay, nigga.
The DMX stuff was just that grimy, gritty fucking, I'm gonna kill your ass. That's what the fuck DMX was.
He said, well, run it down. You run up off it. I'm gonna run it down. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, we're gonna ski mask for it, baby.
I think when I heard this was like the second time I heard DMX. Because I did hear him on I think some Locks tracks, some bootleg joints that we got through the mail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We did, and then of course the Mace album. He was on the hook on the Mace album. And
then he was also on the Funkmaster Flex Volume 2.
Yeah. Also, yeah, he was on the Mace album 24 Hours to Live. I remember that shit. And that was, man. That's the song that we needed. Oh, we fucked up. God damn it. We should have played that song too.
Dude, we're doing 14 videos a week, man. We can throw it in there somewhere.
Fuck, with 24 Hours to Live? Okay, it's fine though. It's okay.
All right, how about this? How about we do a collabo week? Some of our favorite collaborations.
Oh my God, we just gonna be here forever. The video's gonna go on for about.
Because you know what video I'm choosing first?
What?
Em, you know my favorite white boy, right? Man,
I'm patiently waiting for a track
to explode.
Fuck. Okay, all right. Let me rewind this P verse because actually, now that my thoughts actually kick in, Master P actually absolutely murdered this shit when you think about it.
Yeah, P was on top of his game at this time.
Yeah, and this was an odd thing because all these East Coast niggas and then this nigga from the South. just popped up on your shit, and it was like, what the fuck? And this was weird for the 90s. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on, wait. There we go. You ready?
Because dumb sweet, one heat, one deep, leaving behind, one
Cut
sleep.
my mic on. It's time to get rowdy. Got homies from the NO to the NY. Body. I break bread with the ballers. Professional shot callers. I got game from the south to the west to the east to the middle. Now remember me, a young nigga with the gold teeth rumping. Keep the crowd jumping.
My man rocking a Terrell Davis jersey.
It's so 90s.
Poured it on stop, but it get buck wild. Pass the Hennessy and let's blaze one. See a shorty, let's play one. For the cookies, you can't be a rookie. I'm a no-limit soldier, that's why they book me. Master P. Rock Bell, but I gotta give it up to my homie L.A.
Oh yeah, man, shit.
We're about to get into some nastiness from. If you only know LL from TV, from NCIS LA, you're about to get blessed right now.
Oh, I'm also gonna warn you that this entire verse is about Canibus. So, for the first time ever in hip hop history in '97, that a rapper responded to what he attributed as a diss to himself, responded to a nigga on the same track.
And it happened a few more years after that when Eminem responded to Kanye West on Forever.
Oh, also don't remember, it happened on the original version of Stomp with Young Buck, T.I., and Ludacris. Let's not go there. Whoo, boy. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Let me just catch it right. We're at 3:30. I love the hook. That's why I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
Up to my homie L.A.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blaze the hot trizzack.
Shine like heaven.
7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, Mr. Smith, come get some.
My young sons fantasize of borrowing flows. Tell little shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. The symbol on my arm is off limits to challenges. You holding rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur. How dare you step up in my dimension? You little be somewhere crying on detention. Watch your mouth, better yet, hold your tongue. I'ma do this for free this time, this one's for fun. Blow you to pieces, leave you covered with one thesis.
LL Cool J is hard.
Every little boy wanna pick up the mic and try to run with the big boys and live up to the real hype. But that's like picking up a ball playing with Mike, swinging in King Griffey or challenging Roy to a fight. Stapping your amateur MCs. Don't you know I'm like the dream team touring overseas? For rappers in my circle, I'm a deadly disease. Ringmaster, bringing a tiger cub to his knees. In the history of rap, they've never seen such prominence. Your naive confidence gets crushed by my dominance. Now let's get back to this mic on my arm. If it ever left my side, it transformed into a time bomb. You don't want to bar that, you want to idolize. And you don't want to make me mad, you want to socialize. And I'm daring every MC in the game to play itself out position and mention my name. I make a rhyme for every syllable in your name. Go platinum for every time your grinding is on the train. Watch your mouth, don't ever step out of line. LL Cool J, greatest of all time.
Oh my God.
So, like I said, a lot of people nowadays don't know LL was this hard.
Now take that whole entire context of that verse.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. My man said, "I'll swing Excalibur if you try to touch the shit on my arm."
Oh my God. No, I don't really think you. Hold on, cuz no. I don't think you grasp the gravitas of literally what happened. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. From the first chop, when he says, when young sons fantasize of borrowing flows, tell little shorty with the big mouth, the bank is closed. This is some poetry right here. This is some. The symbol on my arm is off limits to challengers, knowing that it's the microphone with the crown on top of it, and knowing what Canibus said about taking the crown with his head still attached to it. Okay? You hold the rusty swords, I swing the Excalibur. How dare you step up in my dimension? Your little ass should be somewhere crying on detention. Keep in mind, Canibus is very short, and very small, very stout.
And young. And very young at this time.
Watch your mouth, better yet, hold your tongue. He said he's going to do this shit for free this time. This one's for fun. Blow you to pieces. Leave you covered in feces with one thesis. LL Cool J is hard. Every little boy want to pick up the mic and try to run with the big boys and live up to the real hype. Oh, my God.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the only song Canibus ever did with any of these men.
Yes. Yes. God damn, God, this shit was wrong. Oh, my God. Hold on. Oh, he said that's like picking up a ball and playing with Mike, swinging a Ken Griffey or challenging Roy to a fight. Oh. Snapping you amateur MCs, and he was the only amateur MC on the shit. Don't you know I'm like the dream team touring overseas? For rappers in my circle, I'm a deadly disease. Ringmaster bringing a tiger cub to his knees. In the history of rap, they've never seen such prominence. Your naive confidence gets crushed by my dominance. Now let's get back to this mic on my arm. If it ever left my side, it'll transform into a time bomb.
A time bomb.
You don't want to borrow that. You want to idolize. And you don't want to make me mad, nigga. You want to socialize. And just to kind of, sprinkle a little disruption, he says, quote unquote, and he's daring every MC in the game to play yourself out of position and mention my name. I'll make a rhyme for every syllable in your name. Go platinum for every time your grimy ass was on the train. Watch your mouth. Don't ever step out of line. LL Cool J, nigga. Greatest of all time.
And that line right there, LL Cool J is a 7 times platinum artist. Oh, my God. Canibus's name is 7 letters.
Nigga went triple wood in the hood. Sold about 15,000 copies.
Oh, LL. And this was the thing. People didn't want to smoke with LL back then.
97 LL, who had absolutely crushed everything that he put his hands on. He came out with a legit hip hop. Phenomenon was a legit hip hop album, although it did have that something like a phenomenon, although it had that.
And Mr. Smith was a legit hip hop album, even with the song "Boys Men" on there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God.
Hey lover, hey lover.
Everybody.
Last week I saw you at the mall, standing at the payphone, about to make a call.
Now, the crazy part when you look at like everything as a whole, like I don't know, this was an amazing song, like in and of itself.
Like this would have been a great cipher,
dude. I think that it was kind of like the first time we ever had like a real cipher that was a popular video. And how many times has this beat been sampled over the years? I mean,
oh yeah.
But just the lyrical intricacies, and I know Master P had what they would say like a weak verse, but if you actually go back over the years, this was actually one of Master P's actually best verses.
Yeah, Master P was an interesting phenomenon for about 5 years. His label mates, Mystical, Fiend, Mia X, Silk the Shocker, C Murder, who's still in prison.
Yeah.
But Silk the Shocker and Mystical were the best rappers on the label.
So
they brought in Snoop Dogg for 2 albums.
Yeah. The Master P put his whole hood on. One nigga that probably like Rough Riders did, they put the whole hood on. They brought everybody that was somewhere and made them somebody. How many times when you'd open up a No Limit Records album, right? How many of his friends and family members were coming out with albums over the next like year or 2 years, right?
Dude, that was Strange Music in 2014.
Even worse.
Where every month you had a new artist coming out.
I would say even worse because, listen, there were, like, so to have Priority Records at the time, back your shit. Priority Records was a legitimate hip-hop fucking record label, you know? And they would just pump out his music over and over again for no reason. And if he wasn't selling it through Priority, he was selling it out the trunk of his car, and everybody was buying the fucking music.
That was the ghetto ice cream man, baby.
Master P went platinum. He had 3 underground albums that went platinum. 3. out the trunk of his fucking car. Ain't none nigga can tell you that. Can't none nigga tell you that he pressed 1 million copies and sold all 1 million copies. Ain't none nigga for real. For real.
And let's look right now. Okay, so No Limit was the catalyst for Cash Money Records to come out, which gave us Lil Wayne, Baby, Manny Fresh, and all them.
Yeah, let's keep it 100.
Yeah,
let's keep it 100.
No Limit gave them that business model.
Yeah. And to be frankly honest, and niggas is not gonna like when I said this, because everybody's like, oh, Cash Money put in work and this and this and that. Let me explain something to you about 1997, 1998, 1999. If No Limit had not had the commercial success that they did, there'd be no Cash Money.
Wow.
And niggas can probably argue with me all day till the cows come home. And yes, they had success. Baby and Slim made Cash Money successful in the streets. But goddamn it, Master P made New Orleans hip hop successful commercially. And if Master P had not done that, there literally would be no Cash Money. And you can argue about me all you want, but that is real shit.
The one thing I'll say about Master P is he got on the track, he got albums out from a gentleman named Silk the Shocker.
Uh-huh.
This dude, all 3 of his albums are fire.
Yep.
But he never came out one after a certain.
Nope. Made him rich though.
Because No Limit went, sold and everything else. Little Romeo was out by then and all that shit. But big time, Manny Fresh and them tried to sign Silk the Shocker, and he told them to suck his dick.
Yeah. Listen, so Cash Money, when they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Not Cash Money. No Limit did exactly what they were supposed to do. They got in the game, got all the much money as they could, and got the fuck out the game. And that's when they tried to put Little Romeo on in. And then after Little Romeo turned 18, they got to doing other shit. They got to investing in real estate. They started investing in businesses. They did exactly what you're supposed to do. You're only going to be
they had TV shows on Nickelodeon, all that shit.
You're only going to be popular for about 5-10 years. Okay? 10 years if you're really pushing it. I think Cash Money was only as popular as long as they was because of Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
he wasn't even a featured artist until like 4 years into Cash Money.
Exactly.
Because Juvenile carried that label for a long time.
A long fucking time. Not real fucking shit. Juvenile and even BG to a point. And then and then Manny Fresh.
Then you had this. You had the Gator boots with the new fly Gucci shoes.
Oh man.
'Cause I'm rich and I stay fly. We hated that song, but we had to listen to it because the beat was so ill.
I know, right? But you know what song we rated? Everybody wear some roll-on. Everybody wear some... Oh, that's not how the song goes? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, that was our version. Remember, I had that bitch in Cahootoville cracking up when that shit came on.
Everybody wear some motherfucking roll-on.
So, we had a parody of that one, and I did a parody of I'ma Be for Black Eyed Peas that said Bumblebee.
Yes.
The Transformers song.
Oh, my God. We had so many parody songs. We should have pressed the album when we had the chance. Anyways... All right.
Hey, we can put our shit on SoundCloud now.
Well, you know that we done went on a 13-minute tangent. Hey, fuck it. It is what it is.
With the newfound Gucci shoes.
But that's the point of what we're trying to say. 1997 was a hell of a year. That's all I can say.
Here I come. Here I go. Uh-oh, don't jump, bitch, move. Yeah, Mystical was wilding out back then, too.
Oh, man. Mystical and Cash Money. Not Cash Money. No Limit in 97. My God. The man right, yeah.
Now he's the man in jail. All right, we got to cut this shit out. If you're over on YouTube, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Ring-a-ling, ding-a-ling, them bells, so you know when Synful Blaq Reacts drops. And we will see you soon.
All right. So until next time, that's my man Big Sin. I'm your boy Hollywood J Black. This is Synful Blaq Reacts. And we out this day. Deuces.